Welcome everybody to Glenbrook South Hockey live on Twitch. GBS Titans Hockey on Twitch. Gerard Boris on the camera. My name is Dylan Ward as always, and we've got a very special guest coming in here to do the game with me. Former Glenbrook South Titan and older brother of current Titan Nick Ventura. It's David Ventura. Welcome back to the booth. This is the second game we've done together, and I couldn't be more excited to see how this final game of the group stage plays out.
Thanks for having me, Dylan. I had a blast the first time. Looking forward to working with you the second time.
So you see GBS is donning their black jerseys. It'll be the second time they've ever worn these things at the same rink that they did the first time. Wilmette, obviously, here in Centennial, the North-South game. That was the debut of these new black uniforms. And now, right back here at the same rink on the opposite bench, they're wearing them again. David, what do you think of these jerseys?
I mean, these are great jerseys. They got the numbers and the last name stitched on them, which last year we didn't get that opportunity. Fantastic jersey work by whoever put them together. And I'd also be curious to see what they're going to work with next year as well.
Yeah, I really like this new tradition that the Titans have embraced of, debuting a new jersey for the North-South game. Of course, when I was in high school at Glenbrook South, they would always debut the gold jerseys for the North-South game as their thirds, and it never really changed from year to year, but I like this new tradition that they started in 2019, it would have been, right? With the first North-South game here at Centennial with those black nameless jerseys. Now they've got the black unis from last year, and now these black ones that kind of look like the Montreal Canadiens. But David, focusing on the game at hand, GBS is going to go against York for the third time this season. GBS defeated them 3-2 both times. That is a preseason invitational win and an SHL opening night win. And it's a pretty simple fact that GBS needs to win in order for them to have a chance, but they do not control their own destiny. They're going to need some help.
Yes, they are. They're also going to need Providence to beat New Trier Blue. As we know, New Trier Blue did beat us yesterday 5-3, so we are going to need a little help from them too. But these games are pretty much taken off at the same time, as we're going to start about 10 minutes before the Providence and New Trier Blue game. So the only thing that we can control here is a win from us, and we'll see what happens in the other game. But obviously Glenbrook South's going to love to continue their streak against York and make it 3 wins in a row against them this year.
So the Titans here in this opening period are the designated home team. So obviously they were the designated home team for the North-South game, but they switched up the benches to get more GBS students on the side without the platform that David and I are standing on right now. But we are right across from the Titans' home bench here on the right side. So GBS goes from right to left in this first period. The Dukes from left to right. Adam Kazmarek, their #1 goaltender, will get the start for the Dukes. And Luke Winger will make his O'Grady Cup debut, as we saw Eli Kamens with both starts last night.
Yeah, it's going to be great to see Winger in net. Love to see the show that he puts on. And I want to touch on your point earlier about us being the home team. It's a big advantage, especially against an SHL rival like York. Philbin's going to be able to match the lines to the best that he can, as we do get the second change, which is a big advantage. So he'll be able to match lines, as York's got a killer first line.
A couple of group winners have been determined and into the semifinal, but here in Group C, David, it is a 4-way tie. All 4 teams 1-1. Any of these 4 can advance. Who will it be? We're going to find out in the next hour or two as the Dukes take possession off the faceoff. We are underway. Colantonio rushes in to the GBS zone, left wing side. His shot is steered away by Loughran, who got a stick in there. Now it's Zach Freemuth in the near corner. Eli Maurer pressuring for the puck, but Freemuth keeps it alive. Now gets it to Ban near side half boards. Matthew Moore going to dump it back in. It rings around the boards from right to left and is picked up on the far half boards close to the GBS bench by Freemuth. A pass to Ban, gets it to Wojula. Casper Wojula with speed over the blue line left wing side, lost the puck. It goes below the goal line and York will take over. Intercepted by Sherwood, it's going to be a delayed offside, so the Dukes able to grab possession right back, and Frank Rosa will get it into the Titan zone. York makes a change, GBS gets possession back. Sherwood to the blue line for Davidson. He got it in there on the left side, but it's grabbed by the Dukes, and they'll reset in their own zone. No big scoring opportunities yet early in this one, but some back and forth hockey as Sherwood keeps it alive. Pitak gets it out. Nico Pitak over the blue line, right wing side, shoots, and it just misses winger's net. No saves in the game for either goaltenders. Nico Pitak battling with Allenberg below the goal line. It comes to the far side half boards. Davidson, he just does get it out of the zone. It looked like Anderson might have kept it alive there for a moment though. Now inside GBS's zone, Allenberg goes far side to Adrian Sokol. Now played off the near side boards, out to neutral. Steenstrup tipped it ahead. Stevens, it goes high, and it's picked back up by Stevens. He centered it. Steenstrup was there. Callahan was in a good position too, but they were not able to get a shot away on Adam Kazmarek's net. This is dumped in by Booth. Vanderplug will grab it below the goal line and come to the near side with it for Steenstrup. Around one man, nice pass to Callahan. He races in there with speed, right wing side. He shoots in, Kazmarek makes the save. It deflects into the corner. The first shot on goal of the game by either team just happened. Matt Callahan below the goal line. It's intercepted by York. Here's Tyler Peifel. That's intercepted again by Adam Sokol in neutral ice. He'll get it into the zone, but on a delayed offside, so York will grab it, come through neutral ice, and shoot one from the neutral zone, but it goes high of winger's net. No whistles yet. 3 minutes into the game. Adrian Sokol out to neutral ice looking for his brother, but he couldn't pick that up. It goes back to Adrian. In his own zone. Missed Adam Sokol again with a pass, but he did get a deflection on it, so it will not be an icing, and York will get it back in their own zone, still without a whistle in this game. Now a hit in neutral ice. Sanfilippo and Adrian Sokol got tied up a bit there, but nobody really got the worst of it. Adam Sokol spins to elude one check. Wojula pushes it down low, and Zach Freemuth out there. You see Adam Sokol on this line with Wojula. But he skates back to the bench as this shot by Freemuth is patted away by Kazmarek. Now Jason Ban high slot, dropped it off Adrian Sokol left point, wrister, and that wouldn't go, that was blocked. Adrian Sokol scored on that net yesterday morning here at Centennial in the opening game of this tournament against Providence. Now Sohn dumps it back in. Adrian Sokol grab the puck and get it to Jason Ban, who tipped it into neutral ice, and it goes back into GBS's zone. Now over 4 minutes to start this game without a whistle. Deflected again. This will not be an icing, and Frank Rosa will grab it below the goal line. Now it's Matthew Moore. York looking to set something up here. Davidson steals. He brings it into the zone, loses the puck, and it goes back out to neutral again, where Loughran will dump it in. 4 minutes and 40 seconds of hockey played and no whistles yet. This game started a little late, David, but by the pace that this is going, the next one might start on time. Now near side half boards, GBS attacking end. Two-man battle for each team for the puck. York's gonna win that battle. Here comes Rosa. Dumps it in, took a hit in neutral ice, and it gets sent out of there by GBS. At least they thought they were gonna. Maurer kept it alive. Now down below the goal line, drop pass for Colantonio, and Nicosia gets a shot away, but it goes wide. Haven't said his name a lot so far in this game. Of course, he's one of their stars. Sherwood from neutral ice into the glove, and Kazmarek wants to keep it going here. We are now at 5.5 minutes into this hockey game without a whistle. That's touched by an Allenberg high stick, and no call, or yeah, I guess the referee took his arm down, and we get now our first stoppage of the game, 5 minutes and 34 seconds in, no score here in Wilmette.
It definitely did take a while, didn't it, Dylan, for the first whistle? Unfortunately, Titans with the high stick there, and now it's going to be a defensive zone draw.
11:26 in the first period, draw to winger's right. And it goes into the near side corner. Pitak collects for the Dukes. Gets it down low for Anderson. P-Tech gets it again. Comes to the left circle all the way to the slot. Got rid of a shot, but didn't have a lot on it. Never got to the net. Now here's Anderson again. Goes up high, Costabile. He shoots, blocked in close by Jason Ban, and Wojula gets it out of the zone. He shoots a pass over to Freemuth. He couldn't find it. It was intercepted, and York gets it back down into the Titans' end.
Nice block by Ban there.
Shots on goal in favor of the Titans, 3-0. Winger has not seen a shot yet. And now P-Tac drops it off. Steenstrup with a great play to get in there and steal the puck. He slides it over to the right side for Freemuth, and his shot is stopped by Kazmarek. Good play by Steenstrup to get possession of that puck, and he got it over to Zach, and whenever he shoots, you always know it has a chance.
Yep, love the start by the Titans so far. Nice fast pace. York still has no shots on net. Titans got 4, trying to get everything on net, see if we get something past Kazmarek.
Off the face-off, it bounces back to GBS's end. Campasano, and that goes back into York's end. Good pace to this game. GBS certainly controlling so far. Winger without a save necessary yet, as it's sent back out into neutral ice. Vanderplug far side in his own zone, got it to Adrian Sokol. And this one goes down into York's end. Luke DeZillo. And he gets his pocket picked by Stevens. He shoots, that was blocked, and on the rebound, Steenstrup couldn't get a hold of that one. This Steenstrup, Stevens-Callahan line doing a great job at intercepting the puck, creating a scoring chance. Now Stevens dropped it off, left circle. Steenstrup got it back for Sokol, who shoots, and Adrian gets stopped by Kazmarek. We get another whistle. 9:35 to go in this first 0-0 hockey game.
Great work by that Stevens line there. Really utilizing the point. Right after that pass to Sokol, they got all 3 guys running the net, which is what you love to see. And Philbin has been doing a really good job of getting through all of his lines as well, too.
Now the younger brother of my color commentator is ready for the face-off. Nick Ventura loses that one, and York gets it to neutral, where Loughran will dump it in for the Titans. Here's Moore. Below his own goal line, looks over his options. And this pass is intercepted by Ventura. Now right by the penalty box area. A fight for the puck. Eventually the loose one is found by Grant Loughran. And his pass got intercepted, and it's dumped down by Sanfilippo. Winger caught it, thought about playing it, decides to hang on for a defensive zone draw. 9:03 left.
Smart play by Winger to hang on to that one there. He had 2 York guys coming right at him.
Luke Winger, known for his ability to play the puck. Obviously, David, you know, head coach of the Titans, Jim Philbin, likes to call him his 6th defender, but he's okay with the D-zone face-off here. Jack Mulvey gets ready for the draw. It's won by Sanfilippo, but the Titans force it out. York delayed offsides here. They'll have to tag up, so Loughran will dump it in.
It's a nice stick by Davison to get the puck out of the zone.
Tutsius from the point just got stopped by Kazmarek. And now it's collected by Sanfilippo, and he'll come through neutral. He dumps this one in on the same line as his brother, Nick Sanfilippo, with the puck. Pressure by Jack Mulvey, a loose one. Tutsius gets it to Davidson, who forces it out to neutral ice. And then Sherwood gets in there, pressuring, but he couldn't collect the puck. Jack Mulvey gets it in neutral ice and brings it in. Slides it to the slot, but nobody there except a white sweater for the Dukes. And they will get possession back. Drop a play in their own zone. No goals, no penalties yet in this game. Only thing on the scorecard are the shots on goal. GBS leads 5-1. Rosa plays it off the near side boards. Out to neutral ice. Malmberg gets in there to steal it away. He does. Jason Ban with a pass that gets deflected and hits the protective netting here. Out of bounds it goes. And we get another whistle with 7:44 to go in the first. And Ryan Booth returns to the ice. Gotta be honest with you, David, I never saw him leave, but he was out there to start this game. headed to the locker room for something, and now he's back. Back underway here in Wilmette. A much different vibe today than it was on Wednesday night, but a GBS game nonetheless. Maurer, I don't know if that's a high stick or offsides, but it
was a great stick by Maurer there. Unfortunately for him, it was just a bit offsides.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That didn't look high to me, but York gets flagged and the neutral zone face-off here in GBS's half. Nicosia goes against Zach Fremont. Nicosia wins that draw. And the Dukes will dump it in. Winger out of his net. Loose puck is there. York trying to make something happen quickly, but it's blocked by Michael Algrim. And here's a big hit in open ice by Jason Ban. He just sent Costabule to the floor. All the meanwhile, it deflects into the Titan bench. And we get another whistle, 7:17 to go in the first.
Love the play there by Ban, just to get the puck out. He almost had Casper on a breakaway.
Well, Jason Ban heads to the penalty box, it appears, or maybe that's just the extension of the bench.
There's not enough room on the actual bench.
Yeah.
Trying to utilize as many spots as they can as possible.
That's what was interesting about last night's game is, of course, at Heartland Ice Arena, it's one of the only rinks in high school hockey where the penalty boxes are opposite to the benches, so it really changes up the strategy. Because I know, David, when you guys play at a game as this is a great save by Winger. The rebound comes to neutral ice. A lot of teams will just get the guy out of the box, right back to the bench and sub off for another one. But at Heartland Ice Arena, you have to make the full sprint across the rink.
You're right, it makes a big difference too, especially as you got to communicate with your coach if he wants you on the ice or if he wants you on the bench.
Jack Mulvey now centers it, but it goes right to York. 6:28 to go in the first period, no score. As it's dumped in, Michael Algrim, who's played all 3 games of this tournament. We'll get it to Owen Almberg. That defensive partner is a broadcaster's nightmare if you didn't know this team already. Hoyt gets a shot away. I think Winger got a save in there, but the second try misses the net. Now a turnaround chance right in the blue pane. Anderson tried to get a tip on it. He could not. Taken away by Wojula. Far side half boards, pressured by Petak, and York steals it again. Here's Ethan Coit. Goes up high to Luke DeZillo. Left point, now back for Coit. Left circle, he shoots. Winger makes the save. Rebound is there. And Almberg chases it behind the net and gets it to the near side for Ban, who tried to clear it, but it's kept alive. Near side right by us. Campesano finds it, he shoots, and Winger makes a save. Wrap around by Petak. York really pressuring here. 3 shots on goal on that shift for the Dukes. Now the Titans come the other way. Ban one-timer, and the save is made by Kazmarek. He played it off the near side boards and probably didn't have the exact angle he wanted on that puck. Got a shot away nonetheless and forced the goalie to make a save. Now left side, Adrian Sokol keeps the puck alive, and now the York Dukes find it and come into the zone, but they are offsides. Neutral zone draw coming up here, 5:03 in the first.
Titans seem to be running around a little bit in their zone. I'm sure Philbin's telling his players to calm down a little bit and lock up their guys.
So we are awaiting word from the New Trier Blue versus Providence Catholic game. It's not showing up on game sheet just yet. Of course, that game is critical in determining whether or not the Titans will play tomorrow morning in the semifinals of this tournament. 2 teams have already punched their ticket. New Trier Green and St. Ignatius will be in the Final 4. This group is very up in the air. The only other thing to decide is whether Loyola Gold or Bennett goes in Group A. This shot is stopped by Winger, and a penalty's coming up here.
Dylan. And it's going to be on the Dukes.
Delayed call sends Winger to the bench, and 6 attackers out there for the Titans. Got to be careful here. You don't want to make a mistake right by your own net. Delayed call, the whistle will sound when York gets possession. Here comes Ban into the zone. Left wing side shoots. That's tipped by Stevens off the pads. Ref deems that possession was saved, but now finally York touches it. And we are going to get our first power play of this game with 4:08 to go in the first. It belongs to the Titans for 2 minutes.
And looks like it's going to be Peifel going in the box for interference.
That was right in the blue paint. That was a great call by you, David. You knew it before anyone here at this rink. That's what it seemed like. So GBS starts at the left side circle, the #1 power play unit out there. The band, Freemuth, Wojula line, Almberg, and Lochran on defense. Actually, usually it's Ryan Mulvey who's not playing in this game. And it gets cleared immediately. Owen Almberg back in his own zone with a pass up to Zach Freemuth. Freemuth gets it in, but it's sent right back out to neutral. Lochran will have to regroup. Great penalty kill here by the Dukes. They're trying for a shorty. Eli Maurer around Almberg all the way to the net, and Luke Winger makes the stop. The Dukes will keep the puck alive and play keep away. The best chance of this GBS power play was right there by the Dukes. Now they will clear it again. What a PK. Owen Almberg. Ahead for Sherwood. Wyatt Sherwood crosses over the blue line, try to pass to Freemuth, it wouldn't connect. Lochran keeps it alive right point. And Colantonio going to clear it all the way down. Already a minute gone on this Titan power play without a shot on goal to their name.
Dukes have been doing a great job on the kill.
Sorry about that, David. 3 minutes to go in this first period. Owen Almberg. Plays it off the near boards for Sherwood. Sherwood gets taken down, and here come the Dukes. Mikey Anderson, right side. Almberg gets back there with a great defensive play to limit him from getting a shot away. But the Dukes are going to keep possession here while shorthanded. And only 24 seconds to go on this South power play. Almberg out of midair, but it goes right to Sohn. That Sohn backhander tried to go to Winger's 5-hole, didn't find it there. 2:20 to go in this first. And as it's cleared again, that should just about finish the power play for South, as now it only's got 5 seconds left. Adrian Sokol to Jack Mulvey. Comes over the blue line, loses it, and York gets the puck. Now it's official. GBS goes 0 for 1 on the power play after that tremendous penalty kill by the Dukes. Under 2 minutes left in the first period. Still waiting for our first goal in this one. Of course, if you remember last night, it wasn't until the third period that things got crazy. Only 2 goals in the first, 0 in the second, and a whopping 6 total in the third. One of which into an empty net. And Vanderplug goes to Sokol. Looking for Steenstrup, intercepted by Curry. Now Sanfilippo takes a big hit in open ice from Matt Callahan, and he gets the puck back for GBS. Now out to neutral. York will take it away again. Shoot from about 100 feet, and Winger will make the stop. Now Steenstrup ahead for Stevens. Backhands it back into the zone, down to the left corner. York takes over, and we've got 1 minute remaining in the first of 3 periods this afternoon in Wilmette. From neutral, this just misses Winger's net. Vanderplug will send it around to the near side Campesano. Intercepted, here is Adrian Sokol now with it. Over the blue line, leading the play like a forward, but called off sides. And with 45 seconds left, a neutral zone faceoff coming up.
Titans got to watch out in their defensive zone. They keep trying to pass it up to their wingers, and they're floating outside of the zone. And it's probably the 4th time a York defenseman has pinched up, and they've gotten a good scoring chance off of that.
Anderson against Freemuth for the draw. Freemuth won it, but it's given away immediately to the Dukes. Now here's Coit. Throws a backhander pass to the near side for Campesano, and now Nico Pitak with it. Pitak over the blue line. Got it down low for Anderson. Dropped it off again, it's Pitak. 20 seconds to go in this period, and it comes out to neutral ice. Does either team have a goal in here before the timeout? York trying to make that happen. Through neutral ice, skating with it is Anderson. He dumps it in right wing side. Now it's taken away by Adrian Sokol. He gets it out to Ventura, who just barely gets it outside the zone. Jason Van does not have enough time here. There is the horn, and the first period comes to an end scoreless in a very fast-paced period. Not a lot of whistles. As a matter of fact, we went 5.5 to start this game without one, but after one, no score.
Definitely not the most interesting period, Dylan, but seems like both teams are warming up to each other.
8 shots on goal for the Dukes, 7 for the Titans by the official count down by the penalty box area. And GBS at one point had a 5-0 lead in shots, so York, you could argue, controlled the second half of that first period. What do the Titans need to do? What did they do right in that first period? And what can they keep doing in the second to get some goals on the board?
Well, I think for sure one thing that I've definitely noticed is probably about half of the Duke shots have came when the D's been pinching up. Glenbrook South's got wingers floating outside the zone. York Dukes got defense, or the Dukes have D stepping up and shooting pucks on wingers, so about half of those shots. Titans have done pretty well at controlling the puck, getting the puck out, which is crucial. But obviously the Titans got to watch out for those D stepping up.
And we are officially live now on radio, as we did that first period on Twitch only, but GBS now in this period will shoot from left to right, the Dukes from right to left, and now, David, here on this side of the booth, we will have GBS shooting right in front of us.
You guys know what the score of the other game is?
It's not what's not. And David, you know, this was, I was on the SHL Network broadcast for the North-South game, obviously, and we were right here, and, you know, I was pretty bummed to be in the GBS student area.
GBN student area.
GBN student area, yeah, you're right. But one thing that I did appreciate about being here at this platform is that GBS was shooting twice on the net right in front of us. And, you know, I get that, you know, you want to be on the same side as your bench, but I never really understood why you don't go to the side that your team shoots twice on for a student section. I don't really get that.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that one either. Obviously, being in the student section for the North-South game was not the most fun, as we were only able to really watch goals right in front of us in the second period. Thankfully, there was one, but it is a little unfortunate.
So now here on the near side by our broadcasting area, Olmberg will take a shot from the right point and goes deflected wide. Now this one's poked away by Maurer. They might have an odd man rush. He has Nicosia, gets it over to him. He shoots in, it just goes wide of the net. No save required for Luke Winger. That was a great chance for York. Now GBS's turn. Jason Van left side, gets a pass to Wojcila, but it never reached his stick. Campasano got in there to block it. Second period really picking up here, David, after that scoreless and underwhelming first. Now York with possession in their own zone. It's Frank Rosa out to neutral. Cole Antonio will dump it down and go for a change. The freshman defenseman Asher Vanderplug will send it to the near side, and Adrian Sokol gets it to Davidson in neutral ice. Now Davidson over the blue line, tried a shot, it wouldn't go. Jack Mulvey recovers up high. He'll shoot, and the save is made, juggled by Kazmarek, and ultimately into his glove for a whistle with 15-14 to go in the second period of this scoreless game.
Pace of play is definitely picked up. Back-to-back odd man rushes, one for the Dukes and one for the Titans.
All in the first 2 minutes of play here as the Titans get ready for an attacking zone face-off. Right side circle, Will Stevens lost that one, and it comes to the near side half boards. It's being battled for. Aaron Curry finds it. Now Steenstrup gets it away. Stevens tried to go back to Steenstrup, but that wouldn't connect. Now Nahamek tips it ahead for Peifel, who dumps it in from neutral ice. Rebounds off the end boards and comes to the far side. Battle for possession of the puck. The Dukes find it. It is Peifel below the goal line. And finding it is Booth. He tried a turnaround shot, but it wouldn't go on net. And they force it out to neutral, where York dumps it back in. Adrian Sokol will reset for the Titans, but he's being pressured hard by Peifel. Remember, David, a win for the Titans doesn't necessarily secure that they have a chance. They need a regulation win to really have a good chance to go ahead in this group and make it to the semifinals.
And that's what both teams are going for too, because a tie isn't going to do the Dukes any good either.
Sherwood centers it, Davidson, and that backhander hit the side of the net, and it's covered with 14 minutes left in the second.
Great look by Sherwood there to hit Davidson right in front. Unfortunately, just a little too close to the net, which didn't give Davidson much time.
Yeah, David, I really wish that this other game was loading here on Game Sheet, but I'm not sure if they're not scoring it live or what have you, but we don't have access to that. Of course, GBS does not control their own destiny. They could win 16-0. Doesn't matter. The game needs to go the right way over in Skokie. Davidson from the slot backhand shot. It goes high of the net. Campesano to P-Tac right by the Titan bench. Now Sherwood intercepts, centers it, looking for Davidson. He will chase it to the near side corner. Here's Davidson. Sends it to the far side corner. Campesano. Now Anderson. A big hit by Sherwood below the goal line. David, I know that you've been in attendance for the two previous games of this tournament as York ices it, but surely this is the most physical game played by the Titans so far.
Yes, it has been. Especially this one is one of the most important ones too, after that tough loss to Blue, which I'm sure a lot of the boys on the team definitely thought that that game was a no-brainer to win. But they kind of put themselves in that situation. I'm sure preparation for this game was huge. However, that icing there was a little questionable as Grant was right there. I do think the Titans did catch a break there, but now they got offensive zone draw here.
It's one cleanly back to the right point for Allenberg. He shoots, and it just goes wide of the net. Campesano will take over. New Trier Green goes against Maine. Immediately after this one, as Winger makes the save, and they are seated in what was the GBS student section for the North-South game, waiting for that. They have already clinched their spot in the semifinals, but New Trier Green and GBS has been a battle all season long. New Trier took both games of the season series in overtime.
The next one quickly approaching too, December 14th.
That'll be fun, right back at Winnetka Ice Arena. Second time the Titans will make it over there this season, and the only time on the schedule anyway. Playoffs and otherwise, we don't know, as this shot is whiffed on, but it goes high and directly into Winger's glove. We stop again with 12:37 to go in the second, still awaiting the first icebreaker tonight.
A great stick there by Freemuth to cause a weak shot on Winger, make it easy for him.
Attacking zone faceoff for the Dukes at the right circle. Sanfilippo will go against Nick Ventura for the faceoff. It's won by my color commentator's brother, and it comes out to Sherwood. Sorry, that's Monaghan through neutral ice, but it gets taken off of his stick. And intercepted again by Adam Sokol, but it goes to Frank Rosa now. This one's gloved ahead by Sanfilippo on a hand pass as Monaghan will get there first. Now it's Adrian Sokol in his own zone far side corner. Looks for an option while being pressured, gets it to his brother Adam Sokol, who helps tip it outside the zone, but York gonna get it right back in. 12 minutes on the dot here in the second period. No score in the game. GBS has gone a full 51 minutes this season without a goal scored or allowed. Actually in overtime as well. Ventura left side circle gets a shot away, and getting a piece of it was Kaz Merritt. Now it's forced out to neutral ice. Adrian Sokol will dump this one in right side corner, and it's collected by Matt Moore. York looks like they might be trying to catch GBS in a change, but they didn't do it in time. Sanfilippo dumps it in. Winger will fall on top of it and stop action with 11:20 to go in the second. No score between the Titans and Dukes here in Wilmette.
I'm not sure Stevens realized it there, but the way the Titans changed there, they were still offsides.
So it was a delayed call, or?
It was just delayed offsides. Good thing Stevens didn't touch that there.
Good pickup by you, David.
There goes Steenstrup.
Yeah, Steenstrup intercepts. He has a partial breakaway with Callahan to his right. Steenstrup shoots, and it just goes high of the net. He was looking for his second goal of this tournament. Now the other way comes Ryan Booth. Around Tutsias, centers it to the blue paint area, and I don't think a shot on goal will be recorded with that, but Winger steers it away. Now Grant Loughran in his own zone ahead for Steenstrup through neutral ice. Gets this one ahead, and Stevens it was out of his reach. GBS starting to find some holes in the York defense and generate some odd man rushes. The more they can do that, the more likely they will have success. Here's Pierce Davidson below the goal line. Back up high to Tutsias. He'll shoot one, and it got blocked. Sherwood gloves it down to himself, then tried a shot, and Jack Mulvey got one away too, but it missed the net. Loughran from the slot, it bounces, and it's covered by Kazmarek. And we get another whistle here with 10:22 to go in period number 2 without a goal on the scoreboard yet.
Great patience by the Titans there. They're really utilizing their D too.
In case you're joining us late, this is Dylan Ward as always with former varsity Titan David Ventura. Played with the team last season. I'm sure some of you might remember him. Nico Pitak for the Dukes into the zone. Centers it, and this backhand try wouldn't go. That was Anderson, and it gets forced out back into York's end. Kazmarek will settle it down, give it to DeZillo near side. Intercepted by Sherwood. Left side circle, he shoots in! DeZillo makes a diving block. GBS keeps possession alive. Loughran to the slot. Mulvey, he scores! Jack Mulvey with his 4th goal of this tournament. Actually might be his 3rd. Either way, that was a great turnaround shot, and I didn't even see the puck in midair. All I saw was it on his stick and then the back of the net. What a shot.
That was a great shot there by Mulvey. Sherwood did have a chance earlier. He had a little 3-on-1 after the giveaway by the Dukes. Waited a little too long. I'm sure the Titans are thankful that happened as Mulvey was able to find the puck, turn around, and snipe it top left past Kazmarek.
Well, you used the word thankful, David. You can add that to the list of things this team is thankful for this weekend. Jack Mulvey can confirm that it is his 3rd goal of this tournament after 2 last night. This one, Winger puts a glove on it. And 9:36 to go in the second. GBS on the board, 1-0. On the Jack Mulvey goal, you can give an assist to Grant Loughran, no secondary, and the Titans on the board.
On that shot there, Colantino tried to bat it in with his hand on Winger.
We saw something like that in the St. Ignatius game, and right off the face-off, it is backhanded into the net. And a quick response by the Dukes ties things up. It is Nico Pitak. Sorry, Eli Maurer.
Shot from the point from the Dukes there, and they got a tip in front. Puck changed directions. And the Dukes are able to find it and bury it past Winger.
So the Dukes on their 15th shot on goal beat Luke Winger for the first time tonight. York in the lead with shots, 15-12. And David, after an eternity of scoreless hockey, the GBS lead only lasted about a minute.
See what GBS response is.
Neutral ice, it's Kasper Wojula into the zone right wing side. Tries a shot, it was stopped off the pads. Jason Ban was there, he couldn't find it, and Cole Antonio comes the other way. Intercepted by Vanderploeg. He gets it to neutral ice. Wojula battling with one man and sends him to the floor. Can't get a number on him, but the puck's still sitting there. That is Frank Rosa who took a spill, and the loose puck is going to be taken by Vanderploeg. Now Adrian Sokol gets it back for Vanderploeg. 8:45 to go in the second period, and a Titan taken down. That was Freema. Wojula into the zone, center to pass, but Cole Antonio intercepts. Zach Freema quick to get up after that hit, and we'll go back for Adrian Sokol. Certainly a chess match type of game here between the Titans and the Dukes. Very strategic style of play here. You would think that this is an SHL game by the way these two teams are bringing the energy to the table as Matt Sohn shoots and it's blocked. Titans get it out to neutral ice. Now Vanderploeg will circle back with the puck in his own zone. Very fast-paced game. We are already halfway through regulation time, just like that. In what, maybe 45 minutes of real time. Ostabule. Now it's Sohn. Matthew Sohn through the neutral zone, offsides. I was going to say it if they didn't call it, but the linesman gets the whistle in there, and it'll be a neutral zone faceoff with 7.5 to go in the second, tied up 1-1.
Titans needed that whistle. Take that time to regroup a little bit, find their bearings. Fell off a little bit after the Duke's goal.
So the all-critical Neutral Blue Providence game still not available for our viewing. That is happening at the Stadium Ice Arena in Skokie. Of course, GBS had one game there last season. It was actually their only win in the 2021 O'Grady Cup, 2-1 over Brother Rice in overtime. And David, that's where the Evanston-Barrington game was happening, and they were scoring it there. So it's not a problem with the rink. They just might have live scoring on, which doesn't make our lives any easier. This centering pass right to Ventura, but he got tied up, and Booth takes it away. Got a pass up to Peifel. In the slot, his shot is blocked by the leg of Loughran. The other way comes Ventura. Ahead to Adam Sokol. He'll shoot. Kazmarek swallows it. 6:45 to go in a tied score. Second period.
Liking the Titans picking the game up a little bit.
One of these teams, actually that's not guaranteed, David. One of 4 teams here in Group C will have a spot in the semifinal tomorrow morning at 9:50 a.m.
And what makes it different this year is there's no wild card spot, so you have to be at the top of your division and move on.
Exactly, there was that lone wild card spot last year as Petak shot. Didn't get a lot on it. It's as simple as that, David. You must be first place in your pool of 4 teams. Below the goal line. Algrim couldn't get it out. This shot hit the side of the net. Nutria Green as they watch on, making some noise. As a wraparound attempt by York, wouldn't go. And GBS steals it. They've got a 2-on-1. Jack Mulvey has Sherwood to his left. He will get a pass over, and it may have deflected up high, got a little elevation, and Sherwood not able to connect. Titans had a great look there. And now it's cleared out to neutral ice.
Good stick there by DeZillo.
Yeah, I thought it took a deflection. I know you were all over that replay here that we have as we look on the iPad and the stream about 10 seconds ago. Freemuth now. A wraparound of his own. Open net for Sherwood. He scores. Zach Freemuth wrapped it around. Tried a shot. I think he was going for a shot. It deflected right to a Wyatt Sherwood waiting. All he had to do was tap it in, and it's a 2-1 lead for the Titans.
Well, you said it, Dylan. Freemuth was going for the wraparound there. It took a bounce off of Kazmarek's chest. He couldn't hang on to it, and Sherwood was right there to bury the rebound and score for the Titans.
So now Wyatt Sherwood with his first goal of this 2022 O'Grady Cup tournament. And you can give a secondary assist to Owen Almberg on that. Of course, the primary goes to Zach Freemuth. And the Titans have the lead again. Remember, it was only about a minute of game time until York tied it right after the Titans took the lead. So this shift very important for Glenbrook South and the first line out there. This one's stolen away. Eli Maurer centers it, tipped by Colantonio. Rebound, tried to stuff it by. Winger said no. 5 minutes before the break here in Wilmette. Titans with a 2-1 lead. We will do our best effort to try and find the score of the other game during the intermission. Frima toe drag, tried to get around Rosa. He did not, but he keeps the puck alive and then takes a hit into the near side corner. Wojula takes over. Gets it back up high for Adrian Sokol. Touch pass for Ban. He turns around and fires, but that missed the net. Now it gets sent by 68 White to 68 Black, and Black will dump it back down into the Duke's end. 4:18 to go here in period number 2. 2-1 score for the Titans. Jack Mulvey and Wyatt Sherwood responsible for the Glenbrook South goals. Sanfilippo behind winger's net, loses the puck, and the whistle sounds and a helmet's off for the Dukes, and that'll draw a whistle immediately here at the high school level, so we'll stop action with 4:03 to go in the second.
Looks like one of his, no, just his buckle came off.
Yeah. I'll be honest with you, David, I've never worn a hockey helmet, so I don't know all the, the straps and what keeps it on your head exactly.
Typically one of the knots comes off, and then you gotta fix the helmet, and it doesn't tend to be the best, but it looks like one of the straps came undone and his helmet popped off.
So they do bring the faceoff out to neutral ice. GBS controls. Jack Mulvey with a goal in this game already into the zone, dropped it off for another man who has a goal in this game, Sherwood, but it gets taken away by the Dukes. Over the blue line right wing side comes Nico Pitak. Sends it down to the far side corner and gets his own puck. Couldn't get by Lochran, and he got it to the far side half boards for Sherwood, who tried to get it out. Finally, he does kick it to his stick and brings it to neutral ice, but Costabule will grab it for the Dukes and send it back down into GBS's end with 3.5 to go in this frame. This one's backhanded down into the Dukes zone. Aaron Curry, the near side for Stone. Mulvey with a high stick touches it, and the whistle sounds because of that. So 3:21 to go in the second, and a 2-1 lead for Glenbrook South.
On the chance the Titans had that was a great stick by Pitak. He's been very active with the stick all game, and he's broken up many chances that the Titans have.
Nico Pitak, a returning varsity player, had a couple goals against Glenbrook South last season. Matches up really well against the blue and gold. But a neutral zone face-off here for the Titans after the Mulvey high stick. At the circle to winger's right. And the puck is taken by the Dukes. It's Booth below the goal line. Gave it up, it's Jason Ban. He tried to pass out to neutral ice, intercepted initially, but Freemuth seals it away. Zach Freemuth drop-off pass. Wojula shoots, and the save by Kazmarek. Great pass by Zach. He's got a couple of those in this game. Now the other direction comes Booth. Around one man, brings it into the zone, collided a little bit with Jason Ban. The Dukes will dump it back in.
There's a nice hit there by Ban.
Now it's Curry, back in his own end. Pass out to neutral ice, it's Nahamik with it now. Charles Nahamik gets it taken away by Jack Mulvey, who is in the right place at the right time. Now back down into the Dukes end, Costabule goes far side. It's Curry once more. Aaron Curry on sides over the blue line right wing side, all the way to the net, and the backhander was on target, but Winger made the save with 2:17 to go in the second. Nice play by the Dukes.
Yeah, he just flipped that one up there. Winger does a really good job of hugging his post, not allowing anything to go in short side on him.
GBS leads this close game, 2-1, 17-16 shots on goal, also favor the Glenbrook South Titans here tonight. Now back underway inside GBS's own zone. This is intercepted by Lochran, and he forces it out to neutral ice. Owen Allenberg back in his own end. To Wyatt Sherwood. Chasing after the puck, he might have a partial look. Sherwood all the way to the cage, shoots, and the save is made by Kazmarek, getting a piece of it and deflecting it wide. Now this one by Anderson, just over the blue line, is an easy save for Winger. He'll hang on with 1:49 before the Zamboni.
Great chance there for the Titans. I like the shot option there by Sherwood too, especially to go cross either for the pad or for the blocker on Kazmarek, creating a rebound opportunity.
Another D-zone face-off for the Titans at the left circle. Neutra Green begins to make their way out of the student section over there as the intermission looms. Once a neutral ice, DeZillo dumps it back in. The Dukes are off sides. They will tag up. Zach Freemuth recollects in his own end, drops it off Adrian Sokol with a long pass to Wojula. Pass for Wojula, got it to Freemuth. Now back for Wojula. He will dump this one below the goal line. DeZillo picks it up for the Dukes. And now it's Frank Nicosia. Nicosia to Campesano, who tips it ahead. Campesano cuts to the slot, and his first shot was blocked. His second one goes way high and into the protective netting. Another stoppage with 1:05 to go in the middle frame.
I believe that was Almberg there with the stick, but either way, that was a great stick by either Almberg or Freemuth. Not quite sure who that was, but that eliminated a great chance there that the Dukes had.
Only one penalty in this game. It went to the Dukes, and the Titans did not score on their power play. Apart from that, no goals in the first, all the scoring so far in the second. Right off the face-off, Dukes will shoot, and it goes wide of the net. Less than 60 seconds to play in the second period. Frank Rosa keeps this one in with a glove and throws it to the net. Nicosia was trying to get a tip on that, but Winger made the stop. Rosa again, left side. Ventura blocks it, clears it. It'll be an icing, but a good block there by Nick Ventura. 30, go ahead.
After that block there, he did rush it a little bit, causing an icing for the Titans. Philbin is going to change up the lines after that one. Patience is key for the Titans, as that is a waste of a icing there, especially with 38 seconds left to go in the second.
Dukes win that draw in their attacking zone. They are going to try and tie this game heading into the intermission. GBS maybe will try for some insurance as they steal. Here comes Freemuth with tons of speed into the zone. Has to get around Frank Rosa. Could not, but Wojula bails him out and collects the puck. 18 seconds left now. Adrian Sokol, one-timer from the left side. Missed the net. Rebound comes to the blue paint, and lots of bodies right there. Freemuth turns around, fires, save made. Wojula tried a couple, and that wouldn't go either. Now just 5 seconds left in the period, and York in neutral ice. And that's how we conclude the first portion of this game. The teams will head into their locker rooms, and the Titans hang on to a 2-1 lead.
That was a great series of saves there by Kazmarek, as the Titan had a few chances with 10 seconds left to go in the period.
All right, so David Ventura and Dylan Ward here with you. We will mute our mics during the intermission and get right back to it when it's time for the third period in about 10 minutes or so. Don't go anywhere. You're listening to South Hockey on the South Hockey Radio Network.
We were running through there in the middle of the night, and the kid just ran right through it, tripped over the wire, face planted. Light up. That game, that score was
Welcome back to the South Hockey Radio Network, everybody, and everybody watching on GBS Titans Hockey on Twitch. It is time for the third and final period of regulation time between the Titans and the Dukes. GBS has a 2-1 lead, and David, we checked Live Barn, and I've just got to do a little disclaimer. It was a little hard to tell what the score is, or we know what the score is, but who was which team on the scoreboard. But based on a lot of rinks listing the home team first on the scoreboard, we can infer that it is the Providence Catholic Celtics with a 2-1 lead. One of those teams has a 2-1 lead, but we think it's Providence. But a disclaimer, we don't know for sure. Of course, Providence would be the team that we want to get the win in that game, and that would give the Titans a chance to move on if they can pull out a win of their own. But there's work to be done here in Wilmette, David. It's just a 2-1 lead and a lot of hockey left, an entire third period ahead.
The Titans can only guess what the score of the other game is, but I'm sure Philbin is only focused on winning this game against the Dukes.
So the teams have returned to the ice. GBS will go back to shooting right to left, and the Dukes from left to right. The long change is over. And of course, this being a close game, we want to remind you that the rules for overtime are the exact same as the SHL. 5 minutes of 3-on-3, and then a sudden death, one shot each shootout. But the regulation win and the overtime win are worth different amount of points, unlike in the SHL or most hockey leagues. So the regulation win is huge here for GBS.
Yes, it is. I'd be curious to see if this game manages to get tied late in the game, if one team wants to empty the net, with it being a tied game.
Well, David, I remember last season when I went with you guys and the rest of the team to Jamestown, New York, and in the last game we were playing North Allegheny is what they were named, the Tigers, and GBS needed a regulation win to get it done. And I asked Philbin before the game, are you going to pull your goalie if you are tied late? And he said yes. So he is the type of coach that is willing to do that if the situation calls for it. So we will see.
Now, hopefully we won't need that to happen, but.
So already 45 seconds into the period here. York controlling so far. GBS with a 2-1 lead. Titan goals scored by Jack Mulvey first and then Wyatt Sherwood most recently, all in the second period. Sherwood couldn't grab that one. Curry with a quick chance, top of the right circle, and it's into the glove of Luke Winger, who's made 18 stops on the 19 shots he's seen tonight.
Now, Ward, that's what I'm talking about there. The Titans are floating outside the zone. Curry jumps up in the play and gets a shot on Winger.
Stevens and Sanfilippo take the draw. It's won by Will Stevens, but Sanfilippo gets right back in there to take the puck away. John Sanfilippo, left circle, tried a shot deflected high. It'll go out of play and we freeze with 15:39 to go in the third. Titans with a 2-1 edge.
Good stick by Tutsias to help that one get out of play, make it easy on the Winger there.
Defensive zone face-off for Glenbrook South at the circle to Luke Winger's right. Sanfilippo will go against Nick Ventura. Sanfilippo wins the draw and a quick shot is blocked. Adrian Sokol tried to get it out, but Curry kept it alive. Now it's Sanfilippo. Battling for the puck here on the near boards. Both Sanfilippo brothers involved in that battle. Quick rebound and Sohn shoots and Winger makes the pad stop. Adrian Sokol, near side corner of his own zone. Tried to play it out, but Curry kept it alive again. He shoots, that just missed the net wide. This is tipped in the slot by Sanfilippo again, but it went wide of the net one more time. Eric Steenstrup takes over and gets the pass to Callahan, who tips it in. 2 minutes into this third period. Lots of action so far. Sanfilippo leads the charge for the Dukes. Into the zone, left circle shot at the top of it, and it goes wide of the net. Once again, this is Dylan Ward and David Ventura here on the broadcast doing color commentary as the puck is touched by a high stick of the Titans. And Loughran was just going to let it sit there, and ultimately it gets cleared and the whistle sounds.
The Titans weren't sure if they wanted to touch that or not, but I think the best bet there was to touch it. Still in the defensive zone, and you don't risk a chance that the Dukes have there.
Titans 2, York 1. Here in Game 3 of the O'Grady Cup group stage. GBS looking to finish the group portion of this tournament with a over 500 record. Currently, they sit right at 0.500. A win here yesterday morning over Providence and a loss in Lincolnwood 5-3 to New Trier Blue. And now here, the third meeting of this season between York and Glenbrook South. Jack Mulvey gets it back to Vanderplu in his own end. Now a pass to Jason Ban, waiting at his own blue line. Circles back into the zone. Got it out to neutral, but Booth intercepts. Ryan Booth centers it. Loughran was there to intercept. Grant Loughran around one man, leads the charge. Got it ahead for Woijala, who skates all the way down to the goal line. The near side for Jason Ban, tried to get it back up to Zach Freemuth, but it's taken away by Ryan Booth. GBS will reset in their own zone. Ban trying to beat them in a change, but loses an edge, and the puck will be taken away by York. They get it into the zone. Nico Pitak below the Titans' goal line, being pressured by Almberg. Almberg wants a call. He thought that he deserved a holding the stick penalty, and ultimately, it's cleared out of play, 13-12 in the third.
Almberg and Pitak both wanted a call. Almberg wanted a hold and Pitak wanted a hook, but ref let that one go.
And that's the easiest thing you can do if both guys want a penalty. Yeah. Just keep it even. Face off, and the Dukes attacking zone is won by the green sweaters. Here's a shot and a nice save by Luke Winger. Lays out to make that one. And we will have another defensive zone face-off at the dot to winger's right.
It was a nice block by Wodilla there. Unfortunately, it came right back to Rosa, and he was able to get a nice shot off on winger.
Another face-off win for the Dukes. They've been dominating at the face-off circle in this third period. Zach Freemuth will take it away. Skate through his own zone, now neutral ice. With speed, chips it off the far side boards, catches up to his own puck. Zach Freemuth still with control as he comes to the left circle, gets a shot away, and that's into the glove of Kazmarek, but a one-man effort by Zach on that play, the newly appointed captain of this varsity team.
Nice control there by Zach. I'm sure the Titans wish they had someone in front of the net there, but it was great control by Zach. He had many options. The Dukes did give him a lot of room in front of the net. He decided to take a shot, and it was a nice shot.
12:42 to go in the third. GBS with a one-goal advantage. A regulation win is key for the Titans' chances to move on in this tournament. Of course, that won't be enough. They need some help from Providence over in Skokie. Almberg plays it off the boards, and it comes to the near side half boards of the Titans zone. Antonio got it down low. Actually, Sokol blocked that, and he will get it all the way down. This should be a Titan icing. There's the whistle with 12:13 to go in period 3.
Dukes got away with one there. Cross-check Davidson from behind. Could have gone interference, cross-check. Ref let that one slide. So fortunate for the Dukes, unfortunate for the Titans.
Back in the Titans zone one more time for another face-off. GBS will take possession of this puck, and Sherwood plays it off the near side glass all the way down. It's another Titan icing just 12 seconds after the first one.
Titans have been doing a great job with control for the majority of the game. However, a few times they've rushed it just a little bit and caused a few defensive zone draws off of rushed pucks outside of the zone, which led to icings.
Another face-off win for South. Here comes Sherwood with speed around Curry. And Aaron Curry does get a stick in there, but Sherwood keeps the puck, centers it. Here's Jack Mulvey looking for his second of the contest. That wouldn't go either. Now it's forced out to neutral ice, and Allenberg will grab possession. And we have a penalty now. Is it going to go against Glenbrook South as Allenberg touches the puck?
I'm gonna be honest, Dylan, I didn't see that one, but they're going to call a high stick, and it looks like they're taking Mulvey off.
Jack Mulvey, the only Mulvey in this game, taking a seat. And it'll be a power play for York for the first time tonight. Now, in York's opening game of this tournament, a 2-1 win over New Trier Blue. Their only 2 goals were on the power play. They went 2 for 4 in that game. So we'll see that if they can muster up something here on the man advantage. Good start. GBS will clear. Actually, they've got a 2-on-1, and Freemuth has it with Ban. Gets it over to Jason Ban, back for Freemuth, and they just couldn't connect. Jason Ban had a hard time receiving that pass, and he just tried to get one over to Freemuth as quick as he could, and the chemistry wasn't there on that pass. E-tack now. This is pocket pick by Freemuth, who goes down. Both arms of the GBS coaches go up. They wanted a call. They're not going to get it. 1:30 left in this power play for York. Here's Matt Moore, top of the slot. Gets it to P-tack, now down low to the blue paint, and it wouldn't get by. York keeps possession up. It's Frank Nicosia, their captain. Gets it to Rosa right by the blue paint. That wouldn't connect, and the Titans are going to clear it all the way down.
Great look there by Nicosia. He had a backdoor man. Unfortunately, just bounced a little high. Titans are fortunate to get away with that one.
Now before the Dukes could even bring it past their own half of the ice, Ventura finds it and clears it one more time, killing more valuable time for York on this power play with only 50 seconds to go in Jack Mulvey's penalty. Allenberg tried to clear it. It's kept alive by Coit. Now down low, Cole Antonio. Back for Coit, far side corner. Tapping his stick is Booth, he wants it. Coit's gonna go another direction with that. To Curry, now back to Coit, left side, shoots. That was blocked. The rebound deflects outside of the zone for the Titans. And 30 seconds left on this power play. Adrian Sokol whiffed on a clearing attempt, so it goes to Coit. Back up high to Anderson, but he lost the puck, and Sherwood races in there. He's got a breakaway. Wyatt Sherwood shorthanded, backhander, and he just lost the puck. That was the exact same move he used to score a shorthanded goal at Glenview Ice Center against the St. Viator Lions about a week ago today.
And that's going to be offsides there as the puck hit Freemuth when he was exiting the zone. I think on that Sherwood breakaway, Dukes get away with that one there, as that looked to me like that should have been a hooking call.
Obviously, that would have resulted in a penalty shot if the call was made.
Right. I think the Dukes get away with that one there. Refs have been letting a lot go today, so.
We still don't know the score of the Providence versus New Trier Blue game. 9 minutes to go in this game. Below the Titans' goal line, it gets sent back up high. DeZillo shoots, and it got deflected on its way, but missed. That was a hard slap shot by 27 in white. Now Jason Ban out to Wojula in neutral ice. Casper leads the way, centers it. Zach Freemuth, one-time shot, goes wide of the cage. And now on the rebound, Vanderploeg just missed the net. He was looking for his first career varsity goal. Vanderploeg again, slap shot, and it gets deflected wide. Jason Ban will keep it. Possession for the Titans. Adrian Sokol wires one, and the wrister just misses the top right corner. GBS pressuring here. And it's taken away by York. They will get it out to neutral ice through the legs of Adrian Sokol, and all the way back for Luke Winger, who comes out of his net to spring ahead. Zach Freemuth, all he's going to do is tip it in, and he actually never touched that puck, so they're going to call it an icing against the Titans.
Yeah, Freemuth just missed that puck there.
It's a close call. Zach looked upwards after that. He knew it. And it's going to be a D-zone face-off for the Titans. The Stevens, Steenstrup, and Callahan line gets to work with Lochran and Algrim on D. Callahan going to tip this one out. And it does get outside of the zone. York will have to tag up to avoid offsides. They do that and dump it in. Michael Algrim is there to pick it up below the goal line and send it to the far side corner for Lochran. Now Callahan, intercepted by Peifel, intercepted once again by Algrim. 8:09 to go in the final period of regulation time. Titans need to win no matter what. An overtime win doesn't count them out, but it really limits their chances. If GBS wins this game in overtime, all they can hope for is a Providence overtime win. Lochran shoots, that gets deflected high and off the glass. All the scoring in this game took place in the second period as Lochran's shot gets deflected and winds up in the glove of Kazmarek.
Titans did a great job of creating net front presence on that play. Callahan got a tip on that shot, unfortunately just missed the net, but definitely making it hard on Kazmarek.
7.5 in the third period of play. Titans with 24 shots, York with 22. Here's another shot by Sherwood, and it's deflected off the pad of Kazmarek. Now York brings it outside the zone. They'll rush up ice. It's Cole Antonio over the blue line left side. His pass got deflected up high and by a Titan stick. And they bring it into the far side corner of their own zone. Luke Winger looking like a statue while they fight for the puck. And it comes back up high to the left point, and it got deflected and just missed the net. Luke Winger was not ready to make that save, but it did just go wide. And after all that, Titans will ice it again. And David, that must be the 10th or 15th icing by the Titans in this game.
Yeah, Titans have iced it a lot there. However, that was a good icing by the Titans. They're just trying to get the puck out of the zone, create less chances for the Dukes. There are good and bad icings. That one right there was a good icing.
Zach Freemuth gives Luke Winger a stick tap for making that save earlier in the sequence before he takes the faceoff. Now it's Nicosia. He will come to the slot, and he loses the puck. Jason Band comes the other direction. He gets it ahead and into the Duke zone, but York will take possession. 6.5 to go in regulation time. A 2-1 lead for Glenbrook South, the same 2-1 lead they've had since the second period. Jason Band into the zone, dropped it off Wojula. Back down low, and Wojula takes a hit by Curry into the near side boards. Band picks it up, back up to the left point. Adrian Sokol shoots, and the wrister just missed. And now here comes York, one-on-one chance. Eli Maurer has Sokol to beat. He takes a shot, and Adrian gets a stick in there to make it miss the net. Now this pass out to neutral is all the way down, and the icing is waved off after it was tipped. Under 6 minutes to play. Gonna hammer this point home for the rest of regulation. A GBS regulation win is the very best they can do to put themselves in a position to be eligible for the semifinals this morning. The rest is out of their control, so the Titans' job is to not let this game get to overtime.
Face-off's going to come just outside of the zone there as puck got tipped into the Duke's bench.
It'll be right in front of the Duke's bench.
The refs are, maybe they want it in the zone. I know Philbin for sure does. And so does Winger.
Yeah.
And it is going to go in the zone, and the Dukes are not going to like that one bit.
Wow, look at that. Can you imagine if the Titans score off a face-off play here?
That'd be great.
Jack Mulvey is the man at the dot. And a quick delay. And Jack Mulvey will face a new man in the face-off circle. And the Titans take possession, and Ventura's shot, fresh off the draw, will be deflected high. Back at the same dot we just were. Jack Mulvey, one more time, ready for the face-off. He wins it. York does get it out to neutral ice. So now all the controversy gone. Here's DeZillo in his own zone. It's tripped up a little bit, but no penalty called. Now Nico Pitak to neutral ice. Anderson gets the puck around Loughran. Michael Anderson down low with a pass to Pitak in the blue paint, and he got a shot away in close, and Winger makes another big save with his pad.
Great save by Winger there.
Final 5 minutes of the regulation portion of this game. A 2-1 lead for Glenbrook South thanks to goals from Jack Mulvey and Wyatt Sherwood in that order. Anderson gets it down to the Titans zone. Adrian Sokol comes to the near side for Tutsius. Tutsius couldn't get it by Pitak as he was going back for Adrian Sokol, and it does come outside the Titan zone. Coit will send this one in, right side, takes a funny bounce and right to the blue paint, but no harm, no foul. Winger steers it aside. Adrian Sokol now takes it to Freemuth, who got it to Band. Jason Band left circle, takes a shot, goes high, almost deflected in. Zach Freemuth keeps it alive. Adrian Sokol back to Zach, left circle, he shoots, and that just missed the net. 4:10 to go in the third. Vanderplug at the right point, loses the puck, it slips out of the zone. Titans will keep possession alive, but Sokol's pass gets intercepted by Sanfilippo, going 1-on-5, and Zach Freemuth takes that one away. 3:50 left in the third period. We'll see when head coach of the Dukes, Matt Boeing, will go with an empty net. You gotta figure it's coming up soon here as he's also trying to win in regulation time. Now Frank Rosa through neutral. We'll get this one down below the Titan goal line, and Vanderplug goes to Callahan. Matt Callahan with a pass up to Stevens. Takes a check, and it's grabbed instead, this time by Matt Sohm.
3 minutes left in the game here. The mindset for the Titans is definitely going to change. It's going to be more defensive, get over the red line, and get pucks deep.
Grant Loughran in his own zone will get it to Steenstrup waiting in center ice. Eric Steenstrup ahead of Matt Moore. Now a battle for the puck, near side half boards. Loughran will just get this one down below the goal line. Instead it goes to Stevens, who centered it, looking for Callahan, but they wouldn't connect there. And this one rolls all the way down, and it will be a York icing as we have a man down by the Duke's bench. That was Tyler Peifel. And I'm not sure if that was a hit by GBS, but I was following the puck there.
He fell down trying to get off the ice there.
Well, there you have it. So 2 minutes and 49 seconds left. Titans with a 1-goal lead and an attacking zone faceoff.
Titans are definitely fortunate with that one that the Dukes iced that one there. I think their goal was just to chip it outside of the zone. They put a little too much power on that one.
Faceoff won by the Dukes. They get it out to neutral ice. They're going to try and tie this game as soon as they possibly can because they've got to not just do that, but win it as well. Here is Ryan Booth. No sign of Nicosia going to the bench yet. Booth all the way to the right circle, centered it, but it bounces away and Sherwood picks it up, trying to spring Ventura, but it was a little bit out of his reach. And so instead it'll come back for Jack Mulvey, who sends it down to the Duke's end. It'll be an icing, and York will get an attacking zone faceoff. I wouldn't be surprised if Matt Bowen goes with a timeout right about here.
I wouldn't be surprised either. I don't think he's going to take one, but what's going to become more prevalent, Dylan, is the Dukes, when they're in the defensive zone draws, they're going to spring a man up front and just bang it off the boards and try and get a breakaway. They did that a couple times on us last year. They tried to pull it off on the last play, but we'll see if they have another defensive zone draw, and they might draw something up like that again.
Here's a shot by Aaron Curry, and it goes wide. Now 2 minutes on the clock here in regulation time. Kazmarek still in his net for the time being. Adrian Sokol tried to play it out. Eli Maurer found it near side corner. Now Frank Nicosia gets it back up high to Costabule. Now down low. Eli Maurer with it. Taken away and getting it right back is Maurer. He'll get it to the far side, and Kazmarek remains in his net with 1.5 minutes to play. And it's forced out to neutral ice. Jason Van finds it. He will shoot, and it's saved and covered by Kazmarek. And maybe a timeout on this whistle with the defensive zone faceoff coming up, as you pointed out, David.
I think Boeing's still waiting to call his timeout. There it is, actually. He just took it right now. But this is where he's going to draw up one of those defensive zone plays. Pulled it off a couple of times on us last year. Spring a man forward right off the draw. Obviously, the Duke's got to win it for that to happen. They'll throw it up off the board. Philbin knows this too, but they'll throw it up off the boards, and they'll get, it's typically P-Tac, one of their faster guys, and they'll try and spring him on a breakaway. So I'm sure Philbin's telling his defense right now to be aware of that.
Well, you got to figure that at this point, David, if the Dukes can make that happen and bring it into the Titans zone, that'll probably be when they pull Kazmarek. He's had a great game so far, making 26 saves on the 28 Glenbrook South shots on goal.
Yes, he has had a great game, which is one of the reasons the Dukes are still in this. He's made a few really good saves. On the other side for the Titans, Wingers also kept the Titans into this game, making it close.
Also, just wanted to take a moment to give a shout out to Wendy Freemuth. Of course, she is operating the scoreboard on your screen, has been doing the shots on goal completely by hand, and how about a perfect alignment to the game sheet and the shots on goal on your screen. Nice third period there. So it'll be a face-off at the Titans attacking zone right circle. Kazmarek obviously will remain in his net for this face-off.
Let's see if the Dukes decide to put P-Tech out there. I know Philbin's got his top line out there, Freemuth, Ben, and Casper. Nicosia's out there.
I think. Yeah,
and there is, yeah, P-Tech. So
man out.
And what's Philbin's guessing is going to happen is they're going to spring P-Tech if they win the face-off.
And the Dukes do win the face-off. All eyes on 88, waiting at the blue line. This is Frank Rosa tipping this one out to neutral ice, but Adrian Sokol will take over, and Kazmarek forced to stay in his net. Jason Van will tip this one in. Titans not too concerned about another goal as much as they are defending this regulation lead that they have. Now Kazmarek makes the sprint, and York will go with 6 attackers and an empty net to shoot at for the Titans. It just stayed on sides. Titans coaches disagree, but now it's forced all the way down. This will be an icing against GBS. And with 49 seconds, 0.0, the Dukes will get an attacking zone face-off with an empty net and try to tie the game.
Yeah, that one was definitely closer on the offsides. Definitely could have gone either way, but Philbin is not happy with that puck not getting out of the zone in the first place. Obviously, with the high ceiling here, you can flip it as high as you want. You'll have no problem getting it out, which I think is that's their plan. You got 49 seconds left. You don't want to ice it and let the Dukes reset.
GBS has only scored one empty net goal this entire season. Let's see if they can get another. It's Eli Maurer below the goal line. Got it to Nicosia, right circle. Back for Maurer. At the corner to the net, and P-Tech was there. Maybe a tip on that, but it goes wide. Now 30 seconds remain. Eli Maurer to Nicosia.
P-Tech stick broke.
And there's a tying goal. Nicosia from the right point. It goes low and under Winger's pads as P-Tech was sprinting back to the bench for a new stick. York ties it with 24 seconds left.
That was hard for the Dukes to get that one in as P-Tech stick broker. It's pretty much a 5-on-4 for the Titans. Unfortunate events there, but I am curious to see what Philbin's going to do here. We got a tie game with 24 seconds left. Both coaches know that a run in regulation is obviously what they're going to need, but I don't think either of them are going to take out their goalies.
Right, because if one does, the other would, and then that wouldn't make much sense, but 19 seconds left. Again, it's not impossible if GBS can win this game, but in overtime, but a regulation win would sure help them out. That's an icing against the Titans, and with 8.1 seconds, it appears as though a regulation win is out of the cards this afternoon. Now all you got to do is hope that you win the hockey game and hope that Providence wins their game in overtime.
Yeah, it looks like York's not going to take out their goalies, so I think they're fine with going into overtime. But obviously they're going to get all 5 guys in net really quickly with 8 seconds left.
Face-off win by the Titans. Dukes will grab it and force it back down. And David, we are going to head to overtime in the final game of the group stage of the O'Grady Cup 2022. And that is a tough blow for the Titans' chances. Again, we still don't have that score. I'm going to remain optimistic until someone tells me that they did, in fact, get eliminated, but it'll be 3-on-3, David.
Now, the winner, if there's a winner in regulation from Providence or Providence or Blue, they'll move on.
Doesn't matter who it is, they move on.
They move on.
If that game goes to overtime, New True Blue wins, GBS is out. Providence wins, GBS is in.
Right.
So all we can hope for is a tied score in Skokie after 51 minutes and Providence to pull it out.
All right.
So the teams will switch sides, or perhaps not. Winger thought that they were going to. In the SHL, you switch sides going into overtime. Maybe the rule's a little different here at the O'Grady Cup. But in terms of the game flow, exactly the same as the Scholastic League, and yes, that will be the case. They will switch ends, and the Titans will shoot to the near net here by our broadcasting booth in overtime. And David, a win in overtime gives us a chance. A loss in overtime completely kills that chance.
Yeah. The Titans would obviously like to extend their winning streak to 3 against the Dukes. Philbin obviously going with Freemuth, Ben, and Sokol is -- 1 line on the for overtime. And they're actually not going to switch sides. So no long change, which I think is big for both teams.
So 5 minutes on the clock. David, we talked about it. Each time the Titans met the Dukes this season, all 2 of them, it was a 3-2 final score for GBS. Now, either of these teams is going to win 3-2. We just don't know who. 3-on-3 OT. Ban, Freemuth, and Adrian Sokol are Jim Philbin's 3. Eli Maurer, Frank Rosa, and Frank Nicosia for Matt Boeing's side. Next goal wins the hockey game as Rosa comes into the zone. Dropped it off for Maurer. Got it back for Rosa. He tipped it, and Winger caught it with his glove after He juggled it high, just 21 seconds into OT.
Yeah, Titans got lucky there. Kind of lost track of their guys. Rosa was in all alone. Couldn't control the puck, and Winger was able to find it and freeze it.
Face-off win for GBS. It's Adrian Sokol with control. Jim Philbin's big guns out there. Trying to make something happen here. Adrian Sokol with the puck. In his own zone, got it ahead for Freemuth, who circles back. Zach Freemuth over the red line. Now the blue line, left wing side. Goes all the way down to the net. And got a shot away, and the pad save is made by Kazmarek. York will get possession back. And possession's so key in this overtime with all the open ice. Now it's Nicosia with the puck. He skates into the zone. Put it around Jason Van, caught up to the puck, but Adrian Sokol won that race. Now below the goal line, Adrian Sokol will circle back, let his forwards change. Now the new ones are Jack Mulvey and Wyatt Sherwood, the two Titan goal scorers in this game. Sokol subs off for Almberg as Wyatt Sherwood brings it in, drops it off for Jack Mulvey, and Almberg just keeps it alive. And they're going to call off sides. Wow, that was close.
That was. I think Almberg might have been better off there turning around. As you said, possession in overtime is so crucial. Obviously, you don't have the best view of it. I think that might have been sitting on the line, but the refs got a better view there than we do, so.
Not much of a complaint from GBS either, as York gets possession off the neutral zone draw. Aaron Curry is out there with Colantonio and Booth. Aaron Curry back in his own zone, got it to Colantonio. Has Almberg to beat, gets a shot away, but Owen Almberg blocked it with his stick. Almberg now takes a check below his own goal line, and a couple of bodies down, GBS finds the puck. It's Jack Mulvey, who's been out there for a long shift with Sherwood. Mulvey over the blue line, left wing side, left circle. Toe drag around Curry and centered it Sherwood, and what a save by Kazmarek. Bails the Dukes out with 2:46 remaining in the extra session.
Great patience there by Mulvey to find Sherwood in front of the net. Great save by Kazmarek as well.
A shootout will commence in case overtime does not solve things. Jack Freemuth with a face-off against Nico Pitak. It looked like Zach won it, but it is possessed by the Dukes after that. It's Nico Pitak with the puck in his own end. He patiently waits for an option. Intercepted by Adrian Sokol. He has a partial break from the left circle. Shoots, and it's blockered high by Kazmarek. Boy, Adrian Sokol really knows how to shoot the puck with his wrist, but that high-velocity shot is stopped.
He does. Kazmarek just got that with the tip of his stick there. It's unfortunate for Sokol too, as there was a lot of room there, and it happened to hit the stick of Kazmarek.
Now it's a left circle face-off. The starting lineup of overtime back on the ice with Freemuth and Jason Van, with Adrian Sokol playing D. Nico Pitak will take the puck in his own end. With speed, he dropped it off. Getting back there is Nick Sanfilippo. 2:11 to go in this overtime. Now it's Rosa bringing the puck over the blue line, right wing side, and sending that one down to the left side corner. Jason Van to Adrian Sokol. Van will now exit the ice, and on comes Jack Mulvey. Freemuth stays out there. Adrian Sokol backhands this one down below the goal line. With speed, he crashes into the corner boards while fighting for the puck. Zach Freemuth on the half boards. Adrian Sokol bails him out, sends it back up high for Jack Mulvey. And now Adrian Sokol. Zach Freemuth gonna stay out there, it appears. And now he'll go off to the bench for Sherwood. And Adrian Sokol now for Almberg. Almberg's gonna hop back up as it gets sent back to Adrian Sokol. And a smart play by Sokol to wait until Almberg was fully on the bench to avoid a too many men call.
Yeah, thankfully no one was there from the Dukes to capitalize on that chance.
Jack Mulvey now, left circle, shoots, and that gets deflected all the way to the far side. Looked like it was gonna go out of play. 1 minute remaining in 3-on-3 overtime. Do we have a game-winning goal here in the 3-on-3, or will we head to a shootout? Frank Nicosia through neutral ice. Over the blue line. Left wing side goes down low for Maurer. Eli Maurer to the left circle, shoots. Winger makes the save. Rebound, Nicosia got in there, and Luke Winger hops on top of it and keeps it out of his cage. 38 to go.
It's a nice save there by Winger as Titans kind of lost their man-on-man there. Winger able to keep the Titans in this one with 38 seconds left in overtime.
We still don't know the score of New Trier Blue and Providence Catholic. GBS takes the face-off in their own end. Jason Dan goes far side. Freemuth tips it ahead, and it bounces off the glass by the penalty boxes. Zach Freemuth all the way down below the goal line. Centered at Almberg, one-timer, and he couldn't find his second goal of this season with that. Owen Almberg now. Tried to get it to Zach Freemuth, but it took a funny hop off the boards. Just 12 seconds to go in overtime. Matt Sohn will shoot from the right side. Winger catches it with his glove. He plays it up to Freemuth, and they've got a 2-on-0. Freemuth gets it to Almberg. In on net, shoots, and it just goes high as time expires in the overtime session. An exciting finish to that. And Almberg on a breakaway couldn't capitalize. We are going to head to a one-man shootout.
And that's what you're talking about there too, Dylan. That's 6 defensemen. A great heads-up play there by Winger. The refs know it too. They would have blown that one if they didn't know that Winger played the puck and passed that one up to Almberg, and unfortunately he missed the net there. I think one of the Dukes might have got a stick on him too.
Well, GBS has only been to a shootout once in this entire season. It was against Loyola Gold, where Zach Freemuth missed his attempt, but then Winger bailed him out for Adrian Sokol to get the game winner, followed by a missed net by Chris Sipe of Loyola Gold. And GBS, as the designated home team, will decide to shoot first or defer. Frank Nicosia already on the ice, so I think he will get the opportunity to shoot first.
Philbin likes to go second. I'm not sure if they just do one round or they go all the way to 3.
Yep.
Okay, yeah, one round.
One round. So one team scores, the other doesn't. Game over. We play a second round if both do or neither do.
Now, it's always interesting, too. The home team does get to decide if they want to go first or second. Obviously, there's advantages and disadvantages to both. If you go first and you score, you really put the pressure on the second guy to score. But if you go second, you're almost gambling on the first guy not to score. So the pressure's low if you miss, but the goalie knows the game's on the line if he doesn't make the save. And Philbin's got a lot of trust in his goalie to be able to go second.
So the first shootout of this O'Grady Cup tournament in the Varsity 1 division between any teams will commence in just a moment here. And the referees making sure they've got all the rules straightened out at the Glenbrook South bench. David, I did review the official PDF, and it did say a one-man shootout, so I don't know if that's what they are trying to figure out, but
I assume so.
Glenbrook South's tournament fate relies on a one-shot each sudden death shootout. The puck waits at center ice, and it will be Zach Freemuth to take the first shot for Glenbrook South.
So Philbin does decide to go first then.
And that's what he did against Loyola as well. And it was Zach Freemuth, his first selection.
And that worked pretty well.
Sure did.
We'll still see what kind of move Zach comes up with here.
Zach Freemuth had a shootout attempt in the O'Grady Cup last season against Carmel Catholic, and he lost the puck at the very end, and that's how the game ended. At that point, GBS was already eliminated. Zach Freemuth trying to keep the Titans alive in the tournament. He grabs the puck over the blue line to the net. Forehand shot is stopped by Kazmarek, and all the pressure on Frank Nicosia. If he scores, the Dukes will win the game and eliminate the Titans from the tournament. If Winger makes the stop, we go to another round.
It's a nice blocker save there by Kazmarek.
Game on the line. Frank Nicosia for the win. Comes to the right side, and Winger makes the save, and we will play a second round of the shootout.
Yeah, Nicosia tried to go 5-hole there on Winger. Didn't work out for him. Winger keeps a lot of corners of the net blocked, especially that 5-hole. He's gonna go, Philbin's gonna go with Sherwood here.
Wyatt Sherwood has a goal in this game, can put another puck into the net here. He takes it and cuts right. Slows down, picks it back up to the slot, backhand, and it's stopped by Kazmarek. He got a piece of that one and it missed the net.
Interesting approach there by Sherwood to come in slow. Nice little move to the backhand. However, read really well there by Kazmarek.
Matthew Sohn now has a chance to win the game for the Dukes. He'll grab the puck. Come over the blue line, cuts left, back to the slot, shoots in, winger deflects it wide. And for the third time this season, the Titans will go to a third round in the shootout. Jack Mulvey will be the shooter.
Winger reads shots like that really well from those hash marks.
Jack Mulvey looking to give the Titans the advantage. At the slot, fakes a couple times and gets rid of a shot. Kazmarek is 3 out of 3, just like his jersey.
Mulvey tried to do a little nifty play there, almost worked. Slightly lost control of that puck there. However, was still able to get a good shot there on Kazmarek.
And now it's Charles Colantonio for York. Their third chance to win the hockey game. Cuts right to the slot, and it's stopped again by winger. We will go to a fourth round.
Now, Dylan, that almost looked effortless from winger there. It's almost like he knew what Colantonio was going to do there. Philbin's got Ben out now.
Jason Van, second most points on this team. Led the varsity team last year with points as well. He will shoot, and he was going 5-hole, and it's stopped by Kazmarek again.
Yeah. At the start there, Ben slightly lost control of the puck there. However, still got a shot there on Kazmarek. It was a good pad save by him, too.
For the fourth time, York with a chance to win it with a goal. Frank Rosa, the varsity rookie, grabs the puck. Extremely slow as he comes up the slot. He shoots and scores! And the Titans are done at the O'Grady Cup. York has won the game in a shootout and has beaten the Titans for the first time in 3 meetings this season.
Good patience by Rosa on that shootout attempt. Waited for winger to drop. Winger dropped, and he shot that one top left.
So now it's York in the position of hoping New Trier Blue is the team that gets an overtime victory. Otherwise, it will be New Trier Blue or Providence. And the Titans exit the ice. And David, you know, Glenbrook South played their hearts out at this tournament, and last season, it just didn't really feel like, you know, I'm not trying to call out your team, but there was just something not quite there. You had to play at 9:30 a.m. on Thanksgiving Day.
Yeah.
You had 4 games in the group stage. The effort wasn't all the way there last season, but I really liked how the Titans performed at this O'Grady Cup. There was that sense of wanting to win and wanting to be that team that makes it into the semifinals. Unfortunately, their run falls short here, and they will finish the tournament 1-1-1.
Obviously, you want to win these tournaments like these, or any tournament in general, but what makes it really hard is coming off that North-South game. Everyone's tired, and especially after winning last year and this year, a lot of celebration amongst the team and the community. But I think coming off that North-South game makes it really hard to play in a tournament, especially the day after or a few days after. Playing 4 games in 4 days makes it really hard on these boys.
Well, David Ventura, it was an absolute pleasure to have you up in the booth. I know you were planning on doing the game tomorrow morning if that happened, and now it will not happen, so there will be no broadcast tomorrow morning, and the next game for GBS will be Wednesday night away at Lake Forest for the SHL regular season. And the very next day we travel to Jamestown, so a busy stretch coming up for GBS, and I know that you are going back to school before you can get a chance to do another game with me, but you will be back for winter break, and so I'd be more than happy to get you back up here because as a former player, you are a great analyst, and
Yes.
you really helped me out. Doing it alone is not easy, so I hope you had a good time. Anything else you want to get in there before we end things?
Nope. Thanks for having me, Dylan, and good luck to the boys and you at the Jamestown tournament.
Absolutely. Thank you for that. So one more time for David Ventura, my name's Dylan Ward, hoping you enjoyed our broadcast. The final score in a 4-round shootout, York 3, GBS 2. We'll see you Wednesday night against Lake Forest. Have a great rest of your Thanksgiving weekend, everyone.